Hello everyone. Today I'll give you the diagrammatical explanation of solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. This is the diagram for solar eclipse. During solar eclipse, what happens is the moon comes in between the sun and the earth. You already know moon is the satellite of the earth. Moon usually spins in its orbit and revolves around the earth. At the time of solar eclipse, the moon comes in line between the sun and the earth. So what happens is the sunlight cannot directly fall on the earth. The moon blocks the sunlight. And if you observe, in this area, the full shadow of the moon falls. And this area, only the partial shadow falls. So, the people in this area, this particular area, experience full solar eclipse. And in this area, people experience partial solar eclipse. So, this entire phenomenon is called as solar eclipse. So, this phenomenon occurs once in 18 months. Now, let us learn about lunar eclipse. This is the diagram for lunar eclipse. So, you already know the moon revolves around the earth. In the case of lunar eclipse, the earth comes in between the sun and the moon. Usually the moon gets the sunlight, but during lunar eclipse, since the earth blocks the sunlight, the moon doesn't get the light. So what happens? The moon becomes dark. So here it becomes dark. And this lunar eclipse occurs 5 times in a year. So children, what is the difference between solar eclipse and lunar eclipse? In the case of solar eclipse, what happens? The moon comes in between the sun and the earth. So the sunlight cannot directly fall on the earth. And what about lunar eclipse? In the case of lunar eclipse, the moon comes here. That means the earth comes in between the sun and the moon. So what happens? The sunlight cannot directly fall on the moon. So the moon becomes darker. And one important thing to be noted is, during solar eclipse, we should not look at the sun with our naked eyes, because the ultraviolet rays may harm your eyes. And in the case of lunar eclipse, there is no problem in looking at the moon with our naked eyes. So children, do you know when is our next solar eclipse and lunar eclipse? Next solar eclipse will occur on 14th and 15th of December 2020. And our next lunar eclipse occurs on November 30, 2020. So children, let us wait for this and watch it. Until then, be safe at home.